Pax Christi, Nigerian Catholic, super excited. I had a wonderful conversation with a vestment maker here in Nigeria. Her name is Mrs. Justina Guzuma, and she is a wonderful vestment maker. Trust me, she is fantastic in her work, and she supplies vestments for a lot of Catholic religious, Catholic priests across the country and around Africa. And I had a wonderful chat with her. I had plenty questions to ask. So you can expect that this video is going to be in a series. And I just want you to have a wonderful time listening to our conversation. I had a lot of questions basically, but we narrowed it down to a few questions, particularly on some certain aspects of the liturgy and on the process of making vestments. Our focus today was on the chasuble, that outer vestment that the priest wears over the stole. And she had in-depth information. Trust me, it was interesting. It was a blast. I enjoyed myself, and I'm sure you did as well, or I'm sure you will as well. At the end of this video, I'm going to leave her contacts so you can reach out to her if you have any questions, and of course if you would like to make requests or orders, because she supplies vestments within and around Nigeria and outside Nigeria as well. So take a listen and get a thing or two. Like I said, this video is not going to be just this. We have a lot coming up for you, and it's going to be interesting. Take a listen. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay.
This is the front.
Yeah.
This is the back.
Okay. Okay, but usually, what would how do you choose materials for this in the first place? Do you go for, as in, what will make you think of the material, the right material to pick now?
The right material to use mostly is cotton.
Okay.
If you are using nylon, it must have a little cotton in it. Like this one now, it has nylon, but it's flexible and it's light.
Okay.
Because if you look at the weathers in Nigeria specifically, it's not the same. Places like Maiduguri, Yola, Jalingo is hot.
Okay.
So using thick materials like this, sometimes it used to be very heavy for them to use.
Okay.
But places outside Nigeria or Plateau as a whole, they prefer this type of material which they are thicker than this other light one.
Okay.
And if you look at it, they are cotton, pure cotton.
Okay.
There's not much nylon on this one.
Okay.
So it all depends on diocese and depends on the priest. There are still priests like in Abuja, despite that the weather is hot, they still prefer these types of material.
Okay.
So mostly you go for cotton.
Okay.
Cotton material, they are more good for chasubles.
Okay. So if you are going for cotton for this now, what kind of material would be for the Alps?
The Alps is going to be two. There are those light Alps. Alps, they are in different categories. Like we have, do I need to go?
Sure.
Like we have the Jampart, which you can use it for chasuble and equally use it for Alp.
Okay.
This is Jampart.
Okay.
It's the same thing with this red material. They are the same thing. They are light.
Okay.
You can use it for an Alp. You can use it for chasuble. They are easily washed. They don't stain. The stain doesn't stick on them.
Okay.
You know, there are sometimes maybe a little drop of wine can drop on it. Or if the children are washing them, they can stain it or ironing it.
Yeah.
If the iron is too hot, if the children are not careful, they can easily get burned if you use pure nylon. but this have cotton in it and it has nylon. And it's not something that if you use today, they need to wash and iron it again. So you can use it for a period of time before you can even think of, maybe you just wash it and wear it, wash it and wear it. It doesn't require you iron it constantly.
Okay, so maintaining it is
Yeah,
cost effective.
Yeah,
like
it's more effective than the other ones, like the cotton one, like this one. That's cashmere. We call it cashmere. We have thick lana, and we have Toyobo. This is cashmere. This is the main color of it. If you can see, the texture is not the same.
The same, yes.
This one is even more expensive than this.
Okay.
So it all depends on individual, and this one demand all the time. Anytime you use it and wash it, you need to iron it.
Okay.
So these are the differences of the material.
Okay.
Polish.
Is it just the material that will determine the cost of the
material
or the embroidery?
It's the material. If you look at this one, all of them are having the same embroidery.
Okay.
But like this one, if you are buying it like a yard or a trouser length, it's about 3,000 plus one.
Okay.
And you need like 5 yards, 5 or 4 trousers, 5 yards or 4 trousers if you are measuring in trousers. So by the time you buy 5 yards at 3,500, if you calculate it, you are spending like 15,000 or 20 or 18,000 just the material without the embroidery. Why this one you are buying it at 1,200 per trouser? If it is 4 trouser, you are spending like 5,000 naira. So you cannot compare something that you bought at 5,000 and something that the material alone you bought at almost 15,000 naira.
Yeah.
So the price cannot be the same.
Definitely.
Like this one too is, they call it polish. Okay. This one is about 1,500 a trouser length. Okay. So if you are buying 4 trouser length that will make up the 5 yards, you are spending 6,000
something.
So this one you are spending 15,000 to buy the material. This one you are spending like 5,000 to buy the material. So the prices cannot be the same. But if you look at all of them, they are having the same design. Yeah. The cost of producing this design is the same thing with this.
What is the material now that's determining the price? Okay. Do they normally have some kind of specific requests if the person who is asking for it is newly ordained? Do they have this special?
Yes, they have like this very particular one. This very design is even new. I've not done it before. Okay. It's to be ordained for Abuja. Okay. So he requested for this very particular design and this pattern of art. Like this other one, if you look at the neck, they are turtleneck.
Okay.
That I use. Yes. But he requested for this.
Okay.
Because he's to be ordained new and he wants everything to be new for him. Well. And this is his chasuble. That is why if you look at like the chasuble, this red one that I've opened, this design, we use computer to do it. Okay. Then this one is manual. We use the manual design to, I don't know. So because when I was like advising him, chasuble is chasuble, his mass he will say, because he was complaining the cost of the computer, the prices I gave him for the computer work, it was like it's too expensive. I said so, chasuble is chasuble, we can use the manual machine to do the design. Yes. Which will give you this almost the same thing. But he insisted that he wanted a computer work. If you check this one, it's a computer work. Okay. If I show you the manual, yeah, this is a computer work. It's not manual.
Okay. For those of us who may not really understand, by computer work you mean like it was you take it to
yeah, there's a machine they call a monograph. Okay. It's programmed. Okay. And once it's programmed, if you choose a particular design, you design it on the system. Okay. After designing it on the system, you bring out the stitches. Okay. So by the time you cost it, each stitch, any stitch on the material, it has a price. So they calculate the number of stitches that will go for this particular, they will give the price, if it is okay for you. Then by the time he finished the computer work, he sent it to the machine. Okay. So you just insert the material, it is timed. Okay. The machine does the work. Once it is done, it will now off itself. You don't need to control it. Okay. While the manual, you have to stay there. You are the one who control the machine and direct the design. Let me show you one of the manual design. Okay. We used catalog before, but with the coming of all these digital phones, everything is online.
Okay.
So it's what you can just download using Google.
Okay.
Just like I have said, if you are using manual, this is how you bring out the design first.
Okay.
So after getting it like this, on the material where you want to produce the design, you place it like this. If you can see, you see biro on it. You use biro to trace it on the material. So mostly before you can produce anything manually, it involves a lot of all these things, artwork.
So if you want to reach Mrs. Justina Gusuma, you can reach her via phone number 0803 606 6028. 0803 606 6028. And we'll be back with a continuation of this video, because like I said, there was a lot to talk about and we cannot exhaust everything in a particular video. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like this video, do not forget to share, and of course subscribe. Thank you once again, and talk to you soon.